Hey everyone, how's it going? Today I'm giving my first thoughts on the new ZTE Prestige on Boost Mobile. Had this phone since Monday and I have been using it quite a bit since then. So I'm going to give you the first thoughts that I think of the phone, give you the specs of the phone, and just go over a few things with you in this little first impressions video. This phone runs Android 5.1.1 Lollipop. It does have a 5-inch display at 480 by 854 resolution with around 240 pixels per inch. This phone has a 5 megapixel camera on the rear with an LED flash, records in 720 max video. Also has a 2 megapixel camera here in the front that records in 720p as well. This phone runs a 1.1 gigahertz quad-core Snapdragon 210 processor with an Adreno 304 GPU. Has 1 gigabyte of RAM with 8 gigs of built-in storage, with around 3.5 to 4 gigs available to user, and it will support up to a 32 gigabyte micro SD card. It's got a 2300 milliamp hour battery with around 16 hours of talk time, and the battery is replaceable, which is great. I do like phones where you can replace the battery. That's just my personal preference. It does have it is LTE compatible, and it also supports Sprint's enhanced LTE network. This is a really nice phone. I really like it for a very budget entry-level device. I really believe this phone is supposed to be a step up from the ZTE Speed that came out a while back. That one was the N9130. This is the N9132. And it has got some better upgrades than the Speed, while it has downgraded in a few things, which I will do in a comparison video on down the road. The 5-inch screen and the way this thing feels is just very nice. It's very hefty. It's got some weight to it. It's not too light. It's got some feel to it, which I like. The back is a little smooth, and I have noticed it's a little slippery. But it's not a big deal. If you want to get a case for it, that's probably the best thing because it is kind of slick. But it does feel very premium made for an entry-level device. And I'm loving the red trim around it. All the way around the phone, on the back camera here, as I am a fan of the color red. And I love seeing it on this device here, all the way around it. It just looks really good. On the right side here is your power button. Left side is your volume rocker. On top, 3.5mm headset jack. Your other microphone up here up top. On the bottom is your standard micro USB charging port microphone on the bottom. On the back is your camera, your flash, and right down here is your single rear speaker that has some pretty good output. I think it's pretty loud and it sounds pretty good and everything else. Let me try to get the back cover off here. The back cover is on here pretty good. Of course, this phone does not have NFC, which is unfortunate. But the battery, like I said, is replaceable. In the center here is your nano SIM card. It's very small, so it's no longer a micro SIM card, but a nano SIM card. And your micro SD card slot fits right in here. So, pretty awesome, pretty nice. And like I said, this phone is hefty, and you got to make sure that the cover gets on really good because the cover kind of snaps in everywhere. So you got to go around the phone and make sure that it's snapped in place everywhere. The screen quality on this phone is one of the worst things about the phone. It just does not. It looks washed out, and it just don't look very good at all. It kind of reminds me of the same resolution as the ZTE Speed, which is pretty bad considering this is a 5-inch screen compared to a 4.5-inch screen, but the phone seems to run pretty smooth. It don't really have a whole lot of lag to it. It does seem to work pretty good. However, I would say the worst thing about the phone is the screen quality. It's just very washed out. And as long as you're looking at it head on, it don't look too awful bad. As you see here, the viewing angles from the bottom and the sides really are not too bad. But when you look down on the phone, it's hard to tell right here on this camera here, which I will show you more in the full review. When you look down at the phone, I mean, the screen just like goes away. It really washes out, and it's virtually unviewable if you're watching a video from the side and you have to look at it from the top. It just looks really, really bad. But from the bottom and sides, looks good, looks great. $50 for this phone right now at Boost Mobile stores. To the best of my knowledge, you do have to be a current customer, like as an upgrade, or a new customer to get the price of $50. That's what I was told in store. If it's true or not, I really don't know. I'm just going by what they told me. So $50 is not a bad price for this phone. I believe that when it comes off of the special, goes to $100, it'll be a little too expensive, in my opinion, for a phone like this. It's a very entry-level device, but it does have good reception, good call quality, good speakerphone quality, and camera is so-so. I've not been outside much to take any good pictures yet, which I will do that here soon to see how the quality of the camera is. But it's to be expected. Mediocre camera takes pretty good pictures, and everything. So we'll see how that works out. But so far, a great little phone. It is smooth for a 1.1 gigahertz quad-core 210 processor. It is surprisingly smooth on playing pretty good gameplay and everything. So I'm pretty satisfied with the phone. $50. It does everything well. It has very little lag. The only minuses so far that I have seen with the phone is screen quality. But other than that, battery life seems to be holding up pretty good. I love the way the phone feels. It's pretty heavy, and I like that. Makes you feel like you got something in your hand. So yeah, my first thoughts on ZTE Prestige is a good one. It works very well, and I like it. So if you got any questions or comments about this phone, leave them in the comment section below, and I'll get back with you as soon as possible. Hit that like button if it helps you out a little bit. Yeah, so far, I say it's a go. Good little phone. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Y'all have a good one. See y'all in the next video.